What's up guys, it's waba, and I wanted to show you the build I've been playing recently in the Prophecy Hardcore League. It's a Shockwave Totem build. Ha! Shocking, right? But it's a Shockwave Totem build using the Trickster, and essentially it's going to be a CI Poison Shockwave Totem build. Like I mentioned before in that other Shockwave Totem video I did recently, this is just where it's at right now. I have not transitioned over to CI quite yet. But I'm going to be doing that now. But I just kind of want to, first thing I'm going to do in this part of the video is I'm going to kind of go over the concept and, you know, what's going on here and everything, and why I actually kind of really like this. So first off, you could see that I'm actually not even using Hatred. I'm using a Blasphemy Assassin's Mark, and I'm doing this with Poison with Southbound Soldier Gloves. Also, I have Swift Killer from, what's this called? Yeah, Trickster. I have Swift Killer from Trickster, so I'm able to generate frenzy charges and power charges just by doing this. It's pretty good. The other thing that Assassin's Mark does is actually it refills your mana, so it kind of really stops you from having any sort of mana issues. And it's pretty nice, honestly. I really enjoy this. This is one of my biggest pet peeves with Shockwave Totem for a long time. The whole like, oh, mana, blah blah blah. Use a mana pot. Well, no more, no more. Now, also right now you can see that I also have a dagger. Honestly, at first I thought I was gonna be dropping Swift Killer and using Blood Dance boots and going for Walk the Ether. But I actually don't really like that. It's difficult to get. If you had like a really GG dagger, right? If you had a dagger that was really fast, you know, that had crit multi, and everything else, all the goodies on it, sure. Then Walk the Ether and using Blood Dance is probably not a bad choice. But I don't know. I kind of like to just run. And the other thing too is like you have a lot of passives on your tree that give you movement speed, and going Walk the Ether kind of diminishes you know, the value of those passives a little bit, like Fangs of the Viper, or I believe it's called Precision in the whatchamacallit portion of the tree, Templar, the one that gives you 20 dex, movement speed, attack speed, and cast speed. But yeah, so I kind of just like moving around, and I prefer Flame Dash much more, because Flame Dash lets you get over obstacles, and Whirling Blades does not. And then, like I said, Whirling Blades doesn't really feel that good unless you have a really fast dagger, and as you can see, I do not have a very fast dagger right now. And most of the daggers that you want, like Ambushers, or, you know, not Ambushers, I'm sorry, like Copper Chris's, Platinum Chris's, they're going to have lower attack speed, so you're going to really want attack speed on them. But let's go ahead and look at, yeah, let's go ahead and look at, can you see this? Oh, you can't see this. Ha! Don't worry. I got this. Not that. I was looking at the, whatchamacallit, strength requirements, because I forgot to. Boom. So this is going to be the the passive tree for CI. I haven't transitioned CI yet. I will be soon. This is something I'm thinking about taking for Shaper. I'm not entirely sure yet, because it's a lot of points to invest, but we'll see. So as you can see, we have 216% maximum energy shield. This is what I'm planning on doing for Trickster, going Shade Form, fully Patient Reaper, and the Swift Killer. Now the nice thing, Patient Reaper actually does quite a bit, because we have 3% life regen on the tree, and as CI and Zealot's Oath, that's gonna give us, you know, a nice constant energy shield regen. Now the other thing about this too is, well, actually, no, yeah, forget I was saying that. Anyway, so yeah, we have quite a bit of energy shield on the tree. Not as much as other builds generally would have. You got to add 15% to this, because we're going to throw in a energy from within jewel right here. but I think it's going to be pretty solid. One thing that I did do is that I'm going to be taking crit multi instead of critical strike chance in all the places that I can, like here, over in Doomcast, and over in Shaman's Dominion. They give you a lot of damage. I'm going to be using increased critical strikes with this, just because that base crit is so good. And here's another spot here. Like, this is something that people generally wouldn't take, but I'm going to, just because, like, everything here is good for me. The cast speed, the accuracy, whatever. But the cast speed and attack speed is pretty good. Eventually I'm going to be going for a wand, and so I will be having Frenzy in one of my links so I could generate Frenzy charges like on bosses with no ads and things like that. And then, again, like I said, Precision gives you some movement speed, as Fangs of the Viper does. Another reason why I'm kind of leaning towards the whole, like, let's use a wand and Flame Dash route. And yeah, now something else that a lot of people don't, so mana gain on kill and life gain on kill, I feel like these are stats that are overlooked largely because they don't really matter. But as we all know, Shockwave Totem or Totem builds are pretty terrible on mana, so that's why people like to go Eldritch Battery or Blood Magic and all this shit. But I think between Soul Siphon getting 5 mana gain on kill and you having Assassin's Mark and getting mana on kill from that as well, which I could show you right here. Assassin's Mark. Assassin's Mark. I don't know if you could hear the garbage trucks right outside. But with Assassin's Mark, you're going to be getting 16 to 25 mana when you kill an enemy. And you're getting all your kills because you're using Southbound Soldier Gloves and Poison. So, yeah, I think this is pretty good. And it's filling up my mana constantly. And, again, that was one of my biggest complaints with Shockwave Totem. And, yeah, so I'm actually really excited. So far, even playing this as life-based it's very playable. In fact, weird thing, I was so eager to switch to a dagger and possibly using Blood Dance Boots and using Walk the Ether. And let me explain. I'm going to tell you guys my original thought process on this and like how I decided to how I've reached the conclusion I have now. So, Blood Dance Boots, fantastic, right? Everybody loves Blood Dance Boots, and getting Frenzy charges is great and all. But here's the one thing I don't like about Blood Dance Boots: the reduced attack and cast speed per Frenzy charge. So I'm not a fan of that because cast speed is so fantastic for Shockwave Totem, especially for a poison-based Shockwave Totem build, because I'm not going to have as powerful of an initial hit with Shockwave Totem with a poison build, but my single target ramps up really nicely, especially once I get some crits going and everything. So I really want to keep my cast speed. But then I was like, wait a second. If I don't go Swift Killer and I get Blood Dance Boots, I'm essentially going to get that attack speed and cast speed with Walk the Ether. Except that I then lose the Frenzy charge. So what it comes down to is this will give me, I believe, 2% more attack speed at 6 Frenzy charges. But the problem is with this, I'm not going to have 6 Frenzy charges. I'm going to have 5 Frenzy charges, unless I corrupt plus 1 Frenzy charge on my boots. But either way, I will always have 1 more Frenzy charge with Swift Killer. So that means you're not losing, you're not gaining 2% cast speed, you're actually losing 2% cast speed, because these both give you 4% attack speed and cast speed. So, and then again, 10% increase, not again, but 10% increased Frenzy charge duration does help a little bit in sustaining your Frenzy charges. 15% seems like the right amount, as you saw with me just playing right there. Everything seemed to be maintaining itself very, very well. So yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to this, especially once I do get Shade Form. I'm only level 82 right now. I've had so little time to play so far in Prophecy Hardcore. This is, you know, usually I would have done this within the first week, but I've ripped twice because I was playing a new build, and then I did that Shockwave Totem video, and I messed around with Siege Ballista again, and after talking about CI Shockwave Totem, I realized that Patient Reaper is actually pretty cool. Now, and also I'm getting the increased recovery rate for energy shield from the Beast for Shawl, which I'm already using. So between this and Patient Reaper, it's going to be like I have 6% life regen, not to mention that I'm probably going to be using a Stone Golem, although I may not. I did initially think that it was possible that with Patient Reaper I could actually sustain Shockwave Totem off of mana, and it's kind of true because I'm still getting regen and I'm still getting, you know, the mana gain on kill from Assassin's Mark. But, you know, points like this, Deep Thoughts, I'm not sure if I'll grab. I definitely will be grabbing Soul Siphon though, because 5 mana gain on kill, I'm going to be getting all the kills. So no matter what, I'm going to be getting some of my mana back. But yeah, if I don't grab Deep Thoughts, that just makes it even easier for me to grab something like Force Shaper. And what else? What else have I been thinking about grabbing? I've thought about going up here and grabbing Sovereignty, but that's like, that is only if I could somehow manage to get Grace in on my mana pool, which I probably won't be able to. But yeah. So, oh yeah, we could definitely like say if I don't need this at all, if I don't need Deep Thoughts, it just means I could get more energy shield much easier. And see, this is at 122 points. I actually didn't take cast speed from Alira in Cruel, as most people would, and I actually did that to give me more points to make it easier to get one more Frenzy Charge. I'm figuring out if this is worth it. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, Frenzy Charges are pretty cool with Shockwave Totem. And I don't know if I'm going to be grabbing Power Charges. We'll see. This is all kind of up in the air. I'm still, you know, debating all of this. This would actually, right here, this would kind of be a stretch for points. Let's see, 121 right here. But this would be quite a bit of energy shield and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that's my little update for you guys. My Shockwave Totem Trickster build with Poison. I've been enjoying it. And yeah, hopefully, I think I might stream in a little bit. So we'll see. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.